Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Victor, gimmeaflakeman, king of the morons, and I'm back on the wagon. Yeah, I'm back on the wagon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's been 11 days, and that's enough. 11 days is good, so cheers. Excuse me while I take a sip of the medicine. A piece of cork in there. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am frustrated. I got to rant a little bit. I am annoyed by my friends. I try to be a nice guy, and I know I'm not a genius, but I'm at that level. I'm just in between. You know, I recognize genius. I meet people. I'm like, wow, that guy's smart. That guy can do things. He can remember things. He can complete sentences. But at the same time, I see other people. This guy's an idiot. Oh, why am I friends with this person? It's frustrating. It's frustrating. So let me tell you how this all began. Well, where did this? I don't even know where to start. It's so frustrating. The other thing is, it comes basically down to this: people don't get you, right? And this is the crime and the sin and the crimes committed against me, and the crimes I have committed against you and other people. I don't get people. I don't get you guys. You guys don't get me. I get all these stupid comments all the time, not just on YouTube, but Facebook and Twitter. Just ridiculous shit. People reading feelings into you. And I've said this again and again. This is one of my rules, one of the moron rules. Sometimes it's more important to be understood than to be loved. Yeah. I mean, I say that, and every time I say it, I think, could that be right? Because it seems illogical. Who cares if you're really understood as long as someone loves you, right? But nah. Pretty much sure that's the way things feel to me. So I'll give an example, okay? So Tikyo-san did a great job for the Tokyo what do you call it? The Tokyo Hanami, helped organize it. Yeah, so good job, Tikyo-san. So how does he thank everyone? On Facebook. Like, I don't get that. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get the logic behind that. I don't understand. It's a YouTube thing. Thank people on YouTube. Is your channel so sacred that you can't post the thank you on YouTube? I don't know. I mean, yeah, okay. Most people who went, they were on Facebook too. But really, it's a YouTube thing. I don't know. It just seems kind of crazy to me. I should put a watch here so I can see how long it's going to take. So I don't keep your eye on the watch there. So that's one thing. The other thing was some things are not a big deal, not minor things. For example, Molly the other day. Molly says to me, he says, you're going to have a dog by December. I bet you'll have a dog by December. I'm like, no, I'm not going to have a dog. People don't understand. We're trying to have a baby. Baby dog. I need something. Baby dog. Okay? You get it? I want people to understand that. But what happens? People send me pictures like. Let me show you something. So you can see this behind here. I get these. Where's the script here? Where is it? Where is my? Can you guys see this behind here? I don't even know if you can see this. Can you see the monitor behind? Yeah, you can see the monitor. Where is my? There. So someone sends me video of a dog that they saw at a store. That's a cute dog. It's true. It's super cute. I'll put up the video. Let's check it on. It's 30 seconds. But they're like, you should buy this dog. Or look at this dog, Don't you want the dog? Yeah, look. Yes, I miss the dog, okay? Yes, we love the dog. And I would love another dog. But it's not the priority now. I'm making a decision, okay? Anyway. It's hard to understand people. And it's my fault, too. Like, today Molly made a video about the Canon camera and the Sigma lens and how he doesn't like Sigma and Canon together, and it bugs him when two brands are stuck together. And maybe you guys feel the same way too. But when I heard that, I was like, "You're weird, man," and I wanted to write, "Dude, you're weird." But that's a crime. I mean, he's a friend. He's a friend of mine. I mean, I love the guy, but I love the guy, but I don't understand him. I don't understand that. The guy wears a bandana on his head and wears the same t-shirt like all year round. And he's bothered by this. I mean, you think he'd be a laid back, casual guy, right? But but he gets all anal about that, you know. So, I mean, not criticizing you, Mully, you know I love you. You guys should also subscribe to Mully, especially if you're interested in cameras. He's doing a great series on cameras right now. But I don't understand it, you know. I'll give you another example, okay? So Tikyo Sam, again, I don't know why. It's everything's his fault, basically. So he introduces me to this this group on Line. Line is an application, appri in Japanese, and I use it on the iPhone, and you know, you can communicate and stuff. It's pretty quick. It's pretty good. You know, you can do phone calls and messages and pictures and blah blah. So I get invited to this YouTube group, right? So I get onto this Line group, and people are talking, conversation, but there's almost nothing about YouTube on it at all, except Tikyo. Only Tikyo Sam's actually doing. Actually, Tikyo Sam's the only person actually talking YouTube, but everyone else is talking about going out and drinking in stores and girls, and I'm like, thinking to myself, what's the point? And I want to be polite. I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe this is like a complete waste of time, which most things are. Dealing with people is a complete waste of time most of the time. It seems like you should just be a selfish son of a bitch and get more done. So I'm thinking about leaving, you know, the group. But I, you know, I'm just watching a little bit more. And then they start referring to women, one user, as vages. Hey, let's get together tonight. I got 2 vages coming. And I'm like, really? So I thought, all right, look, I'm in this group because I was thinking we're going to exchange some, you know, tips and editing information, you know, whatever, some tips, you know, help each other, collaborations, you know. But if you guys are going to like refer to women as vages, I don't think any women are going to want to join this group. Maybe we should make another group for that kind of conversation. And everyone agrees, like, yeah, you're right, yeah. And then one of the persons who, one of the people who agreed goes back to talking about, let's go drinking, I'll buy all the drinks. You know? I don't want to mention him because, you know, it's not like he's a person that I cannot reach, I'm sure. I don't think that anything I say, any words that come out of my mouth reach him. Like he does not understand the language that I speak, you know, and he doesn't see himself at all. Like he's quite happy living his life the way he is, and that's fine. Like it's not my job to fucking educate people, you know. I make these videos. If I affect you, great. And obviously I do. Obviously I get emails every fucking day now. I can't, and what am I doing? I should be I gotta apologize to you guys. I should be responding to your emails instead of, you know, ranting about this crap. But, so this guy starts talking about girls again, but drinking. And then Tikyo Sam gets on and says, hey, this is about YouTube. And the guy says, YouTube is not my life. And he like leaves the conversation. Which is fine, because the guy didn't make videos anyway, you know. And that's the thing about him that bugged me. Like, he said shit that didn't make any sense. Like, YouTube is therapeutic for me, but he makes a video like once a year. So I didn't get it. You know, but I didn't get the what's the need to you know, Tikyo Sam does it too, calling women sluts and bitches, and you know, yeah, I should call you out for that shit too, Tikyo Sam. I don't like it personally. You shouldn't refer to women as sluts and bitches, you know. But I know you've had your heart broken before. So it's a defense mechanism. I'm writing that off as a defense mechanism. You're just a pussy. And that's why you refer to women like that. No offense to cats. Yeah, I'm gonna say that because I like you. And you're clever. I'm not clever. You're smart. You're a smart guy. No, he is actually smart sometimes, often. But anyway. Then I'm on Facebook, and some idiot, what's our time? Some idiot posts a picture of Michelle Obama, stuffing something in her mouth, and then he goes. Then I say, oh, and it says on the picture, it says, has she something about grazing rights? Has she paid her grazing rights? Ha 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 ha. You know, and it's obviously a joke referring to the Cliven Bundy scandal, and I write. Are you proud of yourself there, you know, buddy? He's like, it's funny. And that's the other thing that gets me. I'm checking to make sure my zipper's up, you know. You ever do that? Like, zipper up, make sure, gotta check. So the other thing is, like, people don't understand that humor is not black and white, it's not a fact. You know? So he wrote back, did you even get the joke? I'm like, yeah, Cliven Bundy, I got it. I wrote Cliven Bundy, period. And he goes, it was funny. No, it wasn't funny. It was funny to you. To me, it was insulting to women. You're referring to women as cows. I don't think that's funny. And call me old-fashioned, but I don't think you should refer to the wife of the president of the United States as a cow. You know, you got a picture of her stuffing her mouth. You know, she's putting her hand in her mouth. Quite an inopportune moment. You got a picture. Too bad for her, I guess. But do you have to really promote that shit? I mean, really? I don't get it. And the video's going to stop, so I have to stop it and restart. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, so I got an SLR camera, so it stops every 10 minutes, 30 seconds. So anyway, I'm getting a new one. Getting a new camera sometime when I can afford it. But I didn't get it, so we went back and forth about, and it was one of these people who like, you seem upset. What's wrong? No, I'm just like, no, I just think it was funny. That's all. And at the same time, like, I'm getting these notices on my computer. Like, I'm doing work over here, and then I'm getting these notices. Hey, you got a message on Facebook. So I go over and check it out. And yeah, I don't get him. He doesn't get me at all. But again, it's insulting women kind of thing. But again, I'm guilty of the same thing. I mean, I insult women too, I'm sure. I mean, I guess I sexualize women, right? I like nude women. I think all men like to see a beautiful nude woman, right? I mean, I laugh, but I'm serious. I'm completely serious. All men like to see nude women, don't we? Is there if you're a man out there in the comment section and you do not enjoy a beautiful nude body, and tell me why. And you're not gay, and there's nothing wrong with being gay. I just had to say that just in case, which is ridiculous that I have to say that, but I'm trying to get past like PC language and shit like that. I'm trying to be sensitive and be considerate, but at the same time, I'm trying to stay true to myself. And unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever. Well, you can't say good or bad, but the way I was brought up was, you know, someone's a weak person or someone you don't like, you call them a fag, and that's the way I was raised. You know, and I know that's bad. I try to grow from that. You know, I've tried. I am growing out of that, but I resist it. You know, because I feel like it's dishonest a little bit to myself because that's not the way I was brought up. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Anyway, back to the story. So this guy on Facebook, and I don't even know who he is. I vaguely remember his name. I don't know how I met him. I don't know why we're friends at all. But he's like, everyone's the same. You know, Michelle's not better than anybody. I'm like, that's not the point. That's not the point. And the thing is, Michelle Obama is more important. I'm sorry. You know, you can be all Fight Club shit. You know, you can be all egalitarian. But excuse me, she's the president of the fucking United States of America. Excuse me for swearing, but she's more important than you. Okay? You're a speck on the sole of her heel, and so am I. And that's just the way things are. She's important. Very important. She has bodyguards. People would be very upset if she died. People wouldn't even know you were dead except for the people around you. So that's what importance is, you know. Not saying it's fair, you know. Michael Jordan died tomorrow, it'd be a big fucking scandal, but who did he help besides, I mean, he donated money to people who, I'm sure he's a great guy, but how many, if my father knows this guy, he's a surgeon. We were talking about Maggie dying the other day suddenly, you know. Maggie died suddenly. It was unexpected. So he's talking about his friend who he has these two friends. They're both brothers, right? And they're both surgeons. And the guy goes in for some minor operation, right? Goes in, it's done. The next day, he's dead. After the operation, you know, everything's fine. Next day, he's dead. No reason. Dies at like 45 or something, my age, right? So must have been older because my dad's friend must have been 65, but whatever. But you know, the point is that guy was a surgeon. He saved thousands of people's lives. But no, I don't even know his name. You know, I didn't even think to ask. Yeah, it's a fucked up society. So back to this conversation. So this guy's like, he's reading emotion into me, which a lot of people do all the time, you know. So because I make these videos at night, sometimes people well, very rarely, but there's always some idiot like, there's one idiot. Okay, one idiot. Well, there was one idiot last week who was like, he's really lonely. No, I'm not lonely. I'm quite fine. If I were lonely, I'd be going out. There were times in my past life here in Japan where I was lonely. I would go out and I would meet people. I don't have that need anymore. Though recently I've met two really nice guys, Regan and Shane, and we made a video collaboration on our three respective channels. Gaijin Shane and Regan, what's his name? Japan, I'm thinking of his Twitter name. Regan J. Smith and Japan with Regan. Anyway, they all live in Nagoya, so we're making videos together. So I think we're going to look forward to a lot of collabs from the three of us together. Anyway, look for them. Sign up. Please subscribe to them. Okay, I got to get back to where I was going. So, back to this conversation with this guy. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Something about women and... Okay, so we're talking. He's saying, oh, you must be in a bad mood. What's wrong? And I'm like, no, dude, I'm not upset. I'm just like, your joke is lame. That's all, And I'm going back to my work. And then you email me back, and I mention again, and you're misinterpreting. So then he starts mentioning. He sends me some link of something related to Miyamoto Musashi. Okay, which is this is a book that as you can see, I've read this 2 or 3 times now. It's a huge book. It's which one? This is a great book, by the way. If you want to read a great book on Miyamoto Musashi, it's by Eiji Yoshikawa. Anyway, he's if you don't know who he is, it's just an amazing, I guess, a person who's looked up to by many people in Japan. Though I would say, not as respected as you if you know who he is and you respect him, he's not as respected as you probably think he is in Japan. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain that. I think most young people, they'd be like, yeah, he's a person in history. It'd be like George Washington. Like, you don't hear, there's not like people walking around the streets in America with George Washington t-shirts. George Washington, I think he's that kind of level. Like, yeah, he was a great guy, but not people don't really think about him. Anyway, this guy sends me a link about him, and he says that I don't know where it's bizarre. Like, we're talking about Michelle Obama, and he sends me like a link about Miyamoto Musashi, saying this is an important person. Like, okay, but I didn't click on the link because I could tell from the link that it was something about karate. I saw something, on Facebook someone puts a link and you can see a little bit about what the page is about. So I didn't click on it, and I'm like, I'm not interested in karate. I threw away my white pajamas a long time ago. And he's like, that's not karate, that's Miyamoto Musashi. And I said, oh, really? Well, that's something we actually have in common. I'm like, okay. Here's something we can maybe diffuse. I'm like, I don't give a shit if the guy's... I do a little bit. Okay, so he's a sexist, lowbrow. That's fine. I got a lot of friends who are sexist lowbrows. What are you gonna do? Half the world of men are sexist lowbrows. Boobies. Okay. Yeah. There's what are you gonna do? That's just the way life is. So, but I see that and I think, okay, well, there's something we have in common. So I write him back and I'm like, I got the book, and I actually even post a picture of myself with the book, on Facebook saying, look, see, I read the book twice, and I'm actually watching the movie. I just picked up they got the Kimutaku from SMAP just starred in a TV series of Miyamoto Musashi, and it's on TV, and my wife picked it up from her brother, who made a copy for us on his DVD, on his Blu-ray player, whatever, complicated, whatever. Anyway, we got the copy today, and we're about to watch it. So I mentioned that, and he writes back like, that doesn't mean you're a real fan. I'm like, I wasn't trying to prove I was a fan. Then I started thinking about Rachel and June's video. Is that called Rachel and June? Yeah, is it June and Rachel? Rachel and June's video about weeaboos. Yeah, she did a video yesterday called, I forget what it's called, Protecting Weeaboos or Defending Weeaboos. I don't remember. But she brings up this point about how some people who like Japan like to brag that they know more about Japan than other people. And it's funny. It's true. Like, it's one of the stages that you go in, and I think it's a stage that maybe not just Japan. I think it's pretty out there. I think a lot of people have this tendency to You know, be competitive. That's all it is. It's competition. You know, how many kanji do you know? Okay, you know, it's just silly. Like they say, the race is long, and in the end, it's only with yourself. So it's kind of silly and pointless to race with other people. But it's even more ridiculous to be competitive about who loves Miyamoto Musashi more. I mean, who the fuck cares? The guy's dead. And like most people in Japan don't really think about him too much. So, but again, I don't understand him. And I said earlier in one of the comments, dude, if you don't like my comment, just unfriend me. I don't care. Like, I really could care less. I'm not even friends with my brother on Facebook. Okay, so I mean, he does. Yeah, you know, take that for what it's worth. It's a fact. Being friends on Facebook doesn't mean anything to me. I wasn't friends with Tikio-san for a while, right? Just because sometimes it's just better to avoid each other. You know, we can be friends. So anyway, it doesn't mean anything to me, friends or not. So the point is, in the end, is I don't get people. They don't get me. And we're up to 10 minutes and 30 seconds again. So turn off and turn on again. Here we go. And we are back. It almost seems like yesterday, doesn't it? Yeah, so back to Rachel's video, though. I gotta say, and I'm sorry it took me all this time just to say this, her videos are damn good. Yeah, and she doesn't waste her time with these kind of rants and this kind of... I was going to say interaction, but I feel like what I'm doing is bad. I feel like what she's doing is good. Though she's not doing this kind of... I think this is an incredible waste of time of interaction, in a way. Like, I think I should be YouTubing smarter. I mean, I know in my head what I should be doing, right? I know, but I just can't resist talking to you guys and telling you how I feel about shit. And I've told people this before. I'm not a genius, but I'm observant and I'm aware, and I think about my actions and I think about what I've done, and I try to improve. And as a result, due to the fact that I'm 46 years old, I've gained quite a bit of knowledge and useful information in my head. So that's why I make these. That's why I make these videos. No, that's not why I make these videos. Though that's why I can make these videos without thinking it's a complete waste of time, because hopefully, and not obviously to you, and apparently from the emails that I get, some of you do get a lot out of this. So I apologize that I don't answer all those emails. I've gotten tons of them, and I really should be concentrating on them instead of ranting about silly things like this. And I've got nothing more to really say about this, but I will do my best to to address your future emails a bit better. There is a Reddit page, remember now, it's in the description, Reddit/r/moronarmy, and I try to get there and answer some of the questions. But like I told you in the beginning of this video, it's frustrating sometimes because I can see genius and I feel like I'm just talking to idiots half the time. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Sometimes you can reach idiots and you can bring them up to the moron level. But sometimes they're out of reach and it's just a waste of time. Yeah, but I guess you can't give up, right? Anyway, that's all I got for you now. What time is it now? Let's see. What time is it? Oh, it's only past midnight. I might actually have time for another video. I'll render this out, spit it out, and maybe I'll get back to answering some of your questions, in which I will use the camera over here. It's a little bit easier. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I will talk to you soon. Wait until the next video. Cheers. Good night.